Hello guys, welcome to the 18th video in our tutorial series. And first I'm just going to try and increase the size so that of the text so that the code is visible. And yes, so what we're going to be doing today is basically looking at ways we can use vectors inside our game, inside of our game engine. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter our main game manager, and see, we're currently storing the position of the player as integers x position and y position. And in order to use vectors, as you remember, we said vectors can basically a class that stores what? It stores two values. It can either store a position or a direction, so we can do lots of other stuff with it. We can add two vectors, we can subtract two vectors, we can scale a vector, we can divide a vector by a value, we can get the length of a vector, we can get the distance between two objects, two vectors, and we can also normalize the vector. So let's just get into it and start using the vector as a position. So to use a vector as a position, so I'm just going to simply say, I'm just going to simply come here and create a vector position, vector 2f position, 2f, pause, and inside initialize I'm going to say pause equals to new vector, to f, what was the position, 295 and 215, 2, 9 and 5 with 2, 1 and 5. Oh, I didn't make this public, silly me. So I need to make all constructors public. Save, and error goes away, and there we go. With this done, we can simply remove all of this. Now when we do this, we can simply go here and simply say pause.x and say pause.y, pause.x, pause.y, and we're just going to refactor all the stuff and just say pause.x and pause.y. Oh, hold up, something ain't right. I think this is, oh, it's y, sorry, my bad. So pause.y, pause.y, this will be pause.x, and this will be pause.x. And we're gonna say, we're just gonna change stuff from pause, we're just gonna change all of this stuff, pause.y. You probably see that vectors are currently useless, but they have a use case. We're going to change this again to pause pause.y, cast all of that to an integer, cast this to an integer, and everything works. We didn't break anything. So yeah, so basically We already refactored the project so we can use vectors. Now, for example, if I didn't want to increase this by 1, let's say if I was to create a speed variable, I just want to show you, or I'm gonna show you a different way. So if I want to create a float speed variable, and we'll set that to 3, and instead of saying minus y or whatever, we're just gonna say minus equal 3 plus equal 3, not 3, speed, my goodness, speed, because we need to be able to dynamically change the speed, minus equal to speed plus equal to speed. I'm just going to show you one use case of a vector, and now when we run this, our player is going to move much faster, but there's going to be a problem. As you can see, when we move diagonally, we're moving much faster, so we can use our vectors to kind of balance this out. So first case is, instead of doing all of this stuff, we can just simply create another vector, and then we're gonna call this direction, vector direction. So this is a use case of a directional vector, vector2f direction. So this will basically store the direction, and when we go inside here and say direction equals to new vector, instantiate it first, new vector, vector2f. When we press the W key, we want the direction to be 1. Directed Sion. My spelling is out of whack. Anyway, so we're just gonna set the direction to something like dot x equals to 1. Then x plus plus. No, it's not x, it's y. Y plus plus, meaning it's 1, and here for, what's happening? No, minus. I'm gonna go with minus, and we're gonna say plus plus. Instead of direction, we're gonna go with position. No, what? Instead of position, we're gonna go with direction. Sorry about that. Let me just copy this, make my work easier. And just change this to x, say plus plus, x minus, remove the speed. Now when we do this, we already have the direction vector. Now we have the direction. Now what we need to do is convert the direction and move the object, and we need to move this position. So to do that, we're simply going to say direction.normalize. We're going to simply say direction equals to direction.normalize. Okay, no, first of all, we're going to normalize this. Let me go here. Is there a function? Okay, yes, there is. And after normalizing it, we're going to scale it by the speed. So this will give us a speed vector instead of a directional vector. So this is going to be direction and speed. And what we're going to say is position equals to position dot add the direction. And when we run this, okay, something isn't right clearly. Let me just not do this yet. The assigned value is never used. So what's the assigned value? From position.add. Does scale return a new vector? Position.add direction. Okay, I don't know why it's not working. Okay, we need to debug this, so I'm gonna display the position first. Wow. Pause.x. That's pause.y. Not a number. Okay. So we have an error somewhere, and that's inside the normalize function. The normalize, and I think we have a problem. Instead of displaying position, let's display direction. It's going to say not a number. Remove the scale stuff. Not a number. Okay, so I think the problem somewhere here with it, with this thing. So .get length. So first of all, I need to create a value, a float value to return. And we're simply going to say this. I think the problem is when we can return, for some reason, when we call divide, it's dividing this by 0. It's dividing x by 0, and we're getting a distance of 0, and I have no idea why we're getting a distance of 0. So let me just pause it right now and try and fix the problem.